evening, scratching out a little area so I can get a better image of my pond. You can see how big it's gonna be now, coming around from this waterfall side over to the swim side, and then I have a little beach area marked out over there. Here's my destination stone to walk out on. I just took off the top layer of soil here so I can get a better idea, like a better visual of what I'm doing. And I wanted to take off the top layer so then I could start marking out my areas that I don't want to dig too deep. Like over here is going to be the lily and garden area, so this whole section here is going to be 2 feet deep because that's what most water plants like. So I want to keep that area 2 feet without going too far, and then build the retainment walls all the way out. I'm thinking of doing sheer face retainment walls, build them straight up so I don't have to stair step them and take up any more room of the pond, and that'll make a lot more area to swim. Over here I have my sump pump in there. I was rinsing off my rocks of the intake, or my wetland filter here. You can see that water's getting pretty dirty, so that means the rocks are getting a lot cleaner. Been working on the edging around this area here, getting it all the way around, dug out that stone a little bit. Then I'm just waiting for stone to start plugging in different areas that I think will work. I got my fish cave in and it's looking great. Just looks like bedrock coming off, and I like it. It'll drop down to 2 feet right here, and the fish cave goes in there pretty deep, and it even widens out in the back there, so I think they're gonna like it. And as the dogs come in and swim around in this area here, cool off, take a drink, the fish will be able to hide right there, so maybe they won't get eaten. And then it'll drop down to 2 feet, like I said. I have a retainment wall under this nice big stone. We got this big tombstone set. My brother stopped here and helped me swing it into place. It's looking nice. And then this is where we're at. I don't want to go any further with the fabric or anything because we got to start ledging it out. Once I get this all excavated out and the center to the actual depth it's going to be, I'll be able to dig another French drain all the way underneath my rubber, so the hydrostatic pressure doesn't build up underneath my rubber liner. It'll all get pushed through that French drain pipe over there to behind the beach area and to the side of the intake bay. The sump pit will go right there. Let me know down below how you think it's coming along. I think it's looking pretty good, but let me know what you think so I can get another opinion, another set of eyes on it, and some constructive criticism.
We don't need no
windy out here, but I think some rain's coming in the next couple days, so I'm trying to get this pond as far as I can along before the rain comes, so whenever the rain does come, the water has somewhere to go. That is my French drain right there. That's under the rest of my pond, or the first part of my pond there. I need to bring that French drain underneath the rubber for the rest of my pond, which I just excavated and I think looks pretty good. We have about a 6x10 swimming area once it's all finished, which is plenty, I think, for this size of pond for sure. Destination rock still needs edged out, and so does the staircase, but I'll do that with a shovel. And then I wasn't sure completely on the depth of this shelf here, so I need to get it checked with the transit. So that one's not quite perfect, it's just roughed in right now. And so is the depth of the pond here. I've tried to get it roughly about 4 feet. It might be deep or shallow in some areas, but it's close. But I can only get it close until I get some help and we can hit it with the transit to see the actual depth, because I need to get it pretty exact for water to flow right. After the destination stone, I think I'm gonna build maybe like a really steep staircase right here, so if you're jumping off the stone, like the kids can climb right back up. And then that's going to be a sheer face wall, so I'm going to stack the sandstone straight up like a wall, and then I think I might put board plank across the top, which might hang over a little bit. The other side's going to also be a sheer face wall, just like it's dug. Stack it straight up to give optimal surface area in the pond, and then it'll stop right about here and it'll start stacking up. I want it, you can see all the roots in here. It's crazy. We used to have real tall pines here, and we took them out probably, I don't know, 20 years ago, and the roots are still in the ground there. But this part here is gonna step up to the beach, and then this area might get opened up a little bit more for more swimming area, and then it'll finally make its way to the intake bay. This is actually pretty cool. I can feel the depth of the pond now standing in here and the actual true size of the place, and this is gonna be nice. Don't fall, pup. What's on the destination stone? You trying to come see me? So this area here is gonna be dug out to the beach, and then over here it'll overflow into the intake bay underneath the hoe right now. This trench will have to be adjusted for the rain harvesting pipe coming off the main section of the roof. I'm gonna have to divert that a little bit left to make room for the beach, and it'll be just after the intake bay, right around that area. We'll just fit it in. Kind of just winging it. I'm not 100% sure how the sump pit's gonna really fit in there, and how the pipe's gonna go yet, but as it gets dug, I'm getting a little bit of understanding. Not too worried about it. I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. But the overall size of this pond is just awesome. It looks like I'll definitely be able to snorkel with the fish. I'll be putting tons of fish in here. I will try and figure out the estimated gallons once it is all complete and the finished size is in. But it's just going to be an estimate with all the stone and the wood and the river rock in the bottom. I'll never be able to get an exact number, but it'll help with treatments to get an estimation and just number of fish. So hopefully with the wetland and the intake bay, I'll be able to put tons of koi and goldfish and whatever else in this pond that'll survive in the zone 6A I'm in. But it's really coming along. I'm gonna stop for today and pick it up tomorrow, try and get a little bit more done tomorrow, because the rain's supposed to come in, I think, Saturday. Today's Thursday. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get as much as I can done. I'll be waiting. See you tomorrow. Subscribe down below. Alright, I got the staircase etched out with the shovel. That's the main staircase to get into the pond. Got the sides all etched out to receive rock. And then I did a steep staircase on this side. Not to be like an access, but to be just like a hidden natural climb. Real tight. So you'll be able to do it, but it's not meant to be used unless you're really looking for it. And then that's the destination rock to be jumped off of. It is the next day, and I think we survived the rain. It's not too bad. Got a little bit of rain here in the bottom, if you can see that. I think it handled it well. I did forget to take a tarp and cover up my stairs, so they kind of got washed down a little bit. So I'll have to clean that up, but there's still a lot of cleanup to do here. Hopefully we can, once my dad gets in, we're gonna go pick up a new tree and we're gonna try and get that planted. But then we're gonna work on this and get it all excavated out before any more rain comes. This line here is my 10-foot mark away from my destination stone. So that's making sure that I have a 10 by at least 6 area for swimming and recreation purposes, and just to have that amount size of water will be nice for extra fish. On this side, I'm thinking I'm gonna dig it out from that orange line here, dig all this out to give more swimming space, because that's just looking kind of small to me. Once all the stone goes in there, you're not going to have a lot of room for your elbows and whatnot. So I'm going to dig out this area, widen it out for more recreation area, and I'll just build more vertical stone walls instead of stair stepping them down. It's going to come over here to this corner. Everything's flowing down this way, and it's all going to flow to this lowest corner, which will be the intake bay right here I've marked out. It's going to be about 6 by 4 by 4 feet deep. I'm going to put 2 water drums in here so I can have 2 pumps, and then I'll have all the aggregate stone layers going through to be an extra filtration system. So it's going to get sucked in here. One pump's going to take it to the waterfall, the other pump's going to take it over the wetland filter, and it's going to all run back down this way. This is really starting to look good. I'm getting excited. Pop. Yep. My dad is now carrying load by load of soil that I dug out of the koi pond up to behind the barn, because we don't have anything to do with all that soil yet. So definitely subscribe down below so you can see what we end up doing with all this dirt. But yeah, it's gonna have to be something big because we got a lot of soil. And that's going to be all for this one. We got a lot more content coming as this pond's coming together. Go ahead and subscribe down below. Next video is going to be about hooking up the sump pit from the rain harvest system and collecting all the groundwater from underneath the liner. Stay tuned for that one, because that one's going to be an important step on making the pond functional and sustainable. I did have a video planned for the fish room, but the fish that I went and bought got ick, so they're sick right now. I can't be adding to my other tanks. So once they get cleaned up, we'll go ahead and finish up that video, and we'll have more content coming out for you. You can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.